Hey guys, so today we're going to be doing graphing with tables and equations. So previously we just learned how to finish up a table and write an equation for it. So now we're just going to take that information and we're going to apply it to graphing. So hopefully this shouldn't be too bad today. So first things first, complete the table and write an equation for each. So this first one, I'm going from 1 to 3, 2 to 6, 3 to 9. So guys, what am I doing? I am multiplying each one by 3. Okay, so my rule would be 3 times x, so 3 times whatever x is. So if x is 4, that means I would do 3 times 4, which would give me 12. All right, so if this is going to be my y, remember my input's my y, so, I'm sorry, goodness gracious, guys. So my input is my x, and my output is my y. So if my x is 1, what would my y be? 3. So I would go over 1 on my x, up 3 for y. I would go over 2 for x, up 6 for y, over 3 for x, up 9 for y, and then over 4 for x, up 12 for y. Okay, and if you were to draw a straight line through this, this would go back through our origin right here. I do apologize, me drawing the straight line is not going to go well. There we go. So we know that to write an equation, y would equal 3 times whatever x is. So this is what's new, okay? So we need to determine if this is proportional or not. So guys, the easiest way to determine if something is proportional, does it cross through the origin, meaning at 0, 0? Yes, this one does. So this one would be proportional. It will cross through at 0, 0. And we're done. Not too bad. All right, so for the second one, 0 to 3, 1 to 4, 2 to 5. So what am I doing to get all these? I'm adding 3. So it would be x plus 3. I added 3. So if I had x is 3 plus 3, that would give me 6. So my equation is y equals x plus 3. If I had an x of 0, I would go up to 3. If I had an x of 1, I would go up to 4. If I had an x of 2, I would go up to 5. And an x of 3, I'd go up to 6. Okay? And if I'm going to draw my line back to, we can see right here, guys, would I ever cross through 0, 0? No. Okay? So this would be not proportional. All right? Okay, so this next one says graph the following equation. So now we're going to have to create our chart so we can graph it. So it says y equals 4 times x. So we have my x and my y. If my x is 1, we'll just put 1, 2, 3, and 4. If x is 1, so 4 times x gives me 4. 4 times 2 gives me 8. 4 times 3 gives me 12. And 4 times 4 is 16. Okay? So if I go over 1, that means I'd come up 4. Over 2, up 8, over 3, up 12, and over 4. We're going to come a little bit off that graph. Sorry, guys. It's the best one I could find. Up 4. I'm sorry, up 16. There we go. So if I drew my line, I'd come straight back through. This would be proportional. Okay? So we're going to come over here, my x and my y. So x plus 2. So if x is 1, 1 plus 2 is 3. If x is 2, 2 plus 2 is 4. 3 plus 2 is 5. So, guys, if you had done 0, maybe I should have to show you, I apologize. So if we had done, we'll write 0 small up here. 0 plus 2 is 2. So we can see that I wouldn't be at 0, 0 for my, at my origin. So 0 up 2, 1 up 3, 2 up 4, and 3 up 5. So guys, when I draw my line, would I ever go through my origin of 0, 0? Nope. So this is going to be non-proportional. Okay? And if any of you caught on non-proportional, it's when we add. Alright, so I have my x and my y. Alright, if my x is 0, 3 times 0 is 0, plus 2 is 2. Okay? 3 times 1 is 3. 3 plus 2 is 5. 3 times 2 is 6. 6 plus 2 is 8. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 plus 2 is 11. Okay? So I'd go up 0, 2. So I can already tell you I'm not going to go through my 0, 0. I'm going to go up 1 to 5, 2 to 8, and 3 to 11. Okay? Obviously, this is going to be non-proportional. It does not go through my 0, 0. Okay? All right, next page. Okay, so we're going to do this one first. In football, a touchdown is worth 6 points. Make a table to show the point value after scoring 1, 2, and 3 touchdowns. Write an equation for the solution. So my independent variable, okay, my independent variable would be how many touchdowns I get. Okay, so how many touchdowns? And depending on how many touchdowns I get, equals how many points, right? So I can't have any points unless I get a touchdown. Now, this equation would be y equals 6 times the number of touchdowns, right? 6 points times the number of touchdowns. So we're going to have our touchdowns. That's going to be my x. And my points will happen if I make a touchdown. Okay? So if I make 1 touchdown, how many points do I get? 6. 2 touchdowns, 12. 3 touchdowns, 18. Okay? All right, so now I've done that table. B, an extra point is scored after a touchdown when the football is kicked through the goalpost. Create a table that shows the point value after 1, 2, and 3 touchdowns if an extra point is scored each time. Write an equation for the situation. So our independent variable would be our touchdowns. So if we make the touchdowns, we'll say touchdown and kicks. If we make a touchdown and kicks, then we will receive our points. My equation would be y equals 7 points times the number of touchdowns and kicks we get. Okay? So we have our touchdowns, which would be my x-axis, and then my points are dependent on that, so that's my y. Okay? If I make 1 kick with a touchdown, I get 7 points. If I get 2 kicks with a touchdown, that's 14 points. If I get 3 kicks with a touchdown, that's 21 points. Okay? All right, so graph the situations from problems A and B. Compare the graph. All right, so let's see. Let's go ahead and let's label it. So we know that our independent variable, our x, is going to be our touchdowns. And our y is our points. Okay? All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and label. I'm going to label graph A. It's going to be my circles, my orange circles. And let's do, here we go. Graph B is they're my green squares. Okay? My green squares. All right, so let's go ahead and let's graph A. So in graph A, if x is 1, that means I'm going to come up to 6. If x is 2, I'm going to come up to 12. X is 3, I would come up to about 18. Sorry, guys, we're going to go off the graph a little bit. And, guys, here's the thing. If I made no touchdowns, how many points would I have? 0. So I made 0 touchdowns, 0 points. So we know this is a proportional relationship, right? Okay. Now, let's do B. Ooh, I forgot to draw my line here. This is going to be as good as we're going to get there. All right, not bad. Okay, for B, if I score 1 touchdown and a kick, that means I'm going to have 7 points. Guys, I clearly need to get a new floor pen here. All right, if I score 2 touchdowns, I'm going to have 14 points. 3 touchdowns, we're going to be like way up here-ish, I think. There we go. All right, 3 touchdowns, and we are at 21 points. There we go. Okay, so which graph is steeper and why? So guys, if we want to know which graph is steeper, it means which one grows faster. We know that graph B grows faster. So graph B is steeper because it increases at a faster rate. So it increases at a faster rate. And we know that these relationships are proportional because they go through our 0, 0 axis.